See you again. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Alvin. I am the advisor of SSV, and also I'm currently working in student life as a student leadership and engagement team, focusing on leadership training for students.
How did you feel when you first accepted the position as the new advisor for SSV?
It was an interesting experience. So when I came in, my colleague who was the previous advisor, it had just about a month before she had to leave, and so I had to learn a lot from her, and I was feeling a bit nervous while I had experience with doing youth work and leading youth groups, and doing this for university students in a more structured manner was definitely a new experience for me, which I am glad I took up, and now I would say I am doing pretty well, and I really enjoy what I do with SSV.
What are the challenges that you faced when you first stepped in as the advisor for SSV?
One of the main challenges is in terms of understanding the balance between advising and leading, because with my previous work, a lot of times it's about giving very clear directions and almost instructing what needs to be done. But as an advisor, that's not the main responsibility. It's about advising the team so that they can make the best decision for the whole committee.
Besides Mr. Alvin, the committees also face some challenges during their term. So let us welcome the next batches of SSV. So I will start by introducing all of our interviewees here. From 2016, we have our president, Ms. Puiling. Hi.
Hello.
And her secretary, Ms. Vivian. Hello. And moving on to the second half of 2017, we have our president, Ms. Michelle.
Hello.
Hi. And also the vice president, Mr. Wilson.
Hello.
So what are the challenges that you faced during your term, and how did you manage to solve it?
It's the second year that we organize Shoebox Christmas for SSV. During my term, we collaborated with Curtin volunteers from Curtin University in Miri, and they were supposed to provide us accommodation as we were going to fly to Miri, and then to distribute our shoeboxes to all the underprivileged kids there. 1 week before we were scheduled to fly to Miri, our accommodation has some issue as the Curtin volunteers side cancelled out the accommodation. One of our partners actually offered to let us stay in his house because he was supposed to be away during the period that we were visiting, so we had accommodation during our trip.
Actually, my term is the only term where we had a serving period of 6 months. When we shifted the term, there was only 2 individuals, being me and Hui Chi, which was my treasurer during my term, who actually stayed on from the previous term. It was a challenge because the 2 of us had to kind of guide and teach the remaining 16 on how does SSV work. So the first step was actually we made it a very comfortable environment for them so that they open up. And then it's one very important point is that we have to guide, and then we have to trust our committees that they will do the right thing. So in that sense, delegation is very important.
So what drove you to make those posts on Love and Thought Moments?
Because we wanted other people to know what our volunteers feel when they volunteer with us, and also encourage other people to join us to volunteer as well.
Okay, so what are the reasons for changing the term to January to December?
The main reason was because I had work scheduled on January 2018. If we were not to continue on for 6 months, there would not be any past committee from the previous term to continue on. My term was created just to educate or to guide the coming term.
What do you think are the benefits of changing it from 6 months to a year?
The team would have more time to mix together, because 6 months is really short. If the term is like for 1 year, you will have more time to do what you wanted to do. Maybe halfway through your term, you still have an idea that something that you want to do. You still able to do it lah.
What was one of the greatest achievement that you can remember that all of you have accomplished together during your term?
It was the first time we signed up for a sponsorship from King Starfish Foundation, and we were quite surprised that we were able to obtain funding of I think 5,000 from them for us to start a new project called the Reading Bus. For Reading Bus, we actually teach the underprivileged kids English, so to encourage them to speak more English, because in the underprivileged environment, normally we don't have much people to speak English.
I guess in terms of sponsorship as well, same like reading, but this time it's in a different project. The TGIF Food Bank. That was when we actually gotten 50 packs of 5 kilo rice.
My term was only 6 months. So within the 6 months, we actually organized or helped in more than 130 over events, which if you divide it by 6, it's almost 20 plus events per month.
Besides from that, we also bring in a lot new collaboration with other NGOs like Great Heart Charity. We collaborate together to organize the Earth Warrior.
So, are you still interested to know more about the next achievement by SSV? Stay tuned for the last video.